One thing I want to let everybody know today, which is one of the most, I love it so much, is that we're partners with Lalella organization. Lalella provides arts education for the most impoverished children in the entire world. And the awards that these wonderful women are receiving were created by these girls that are from 10 to 16 years old. And they created these through questions that these women have answered. And so these are by these children. So we're gonna keep them up, and I want everybody to see it. And so you know how impactful this is. For those kids to be able to create these for these women, it's helping, and it's gonna be the ripple effect for the future. Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna start, go ahead.
Thank you, Wendy. And the next awardee is Norma Kamali, the Fashion Pioneer Award. So she's done amazing work. She created an organization after 9/11 to help with wellness and take care of people impacted by the crisis. She's an international fashion designer. She's the founder and CEO of Normalife. I don't know what Normalife is for me, by the way. So she's the founder and CEO of the Wellness Cafe and Stop Objectification Campaign. Norma, thank you for all that you're doing, and we are delighted you're here with us to receive this Fashion Pioneer Award.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being honored today with all of these wonderful women. It is about being an entrepreneur. And of course, I'm a fashion designer. I love my job. I'm living the creative life that I've wanted. And I will tell you a little bit about the entrepreneur part of this story. So 50 years ago, I opened a business. And I was traveling back and forth to London, and I would bring clothes, and my friends wanted them, so I opened a shop. My husband was a student, and he was studying in Colombia. He was from Iran. We were very unlikely mates, but we came together at 19 to get married. Not smart. However, we had the business together. I would go back and forth to London. I had a job at an airline, not as a stewardess. I was working on a UNIVAC computer in the airline. It was one of the first type of companies that had computers at that time. We're talking the 60s. I'm 74 now, to put it in perspective. So I had early experience with computers, very good, but I was in London in the 60s when it was all happening. So my husband and I had the company together. I was sort of the invisible one, and he was the one that would speak to people, sell the clothes. And fast forward 10 years later, it's not going so well between the two of us. He became a party animal and decided to spend the money for fabric and other things and date the sales girls and all good things. So to save my self-esteem, I had to leave. And I had $98. So I had to keep my soul, so I left. I didn't have a clue. Nobody knew me. I was hidden in the back. I was making clothes. I had full pages in Vogue and Bazaar, but nobody really knew me. They knew him. And I had an apartment because we separated, and I had a mattress. I didn't have curtains. I didn't have furniture. I had my clothes, and it was scary. And I was 30. And I thought to myself, what the hell am I going to do? I was panicked. I had an appointment with somebody from the press that sought me out that was already in place the next day after I left. And I met her, and my face was swollen from crying and not knowing what I was going to do. And she never met me before. It was the first time I'm meeting anybody from the press. And she said, "What happened to you?" And I never, ever told anybody, ever, that I needed anything. And it was the breakthrough day for me. I told her what happened. I was so embarrassed, so mortified that I was even telling this story. And then she said, "Well, I'm going to help you." And I was shocked that somebody's going to help me. My goodness, I thought I was all alone in this. And that's when I learned that I had to tell my story. I had to let people know. And I was so shocked that people really appreciated my work and what I'd been doing. And so I had a lot of help. From that point on, I became the sole owner of OMO, which was on my own, Norma Kamali. The name of the company before that was Kamali, and I wasn't allowed to legally use that, so I had to think of something to go with it. So on my own served me well, but when I did that, and this is now the 70s, hundreds and more than hundreds through the years of women sent me letters, called me, saying, "Thank you for doing this. I think I can do it too. I think I'll be able to do something on my own and save my soul." So fast forward to now. I own my own company. I always have owned my own company. I don't owe any money. I have a pretty good life. I met my soulmate at 65. Never think these things are going to happen, but they do. And I am living the life I decided I wanted to live 50 years ago, and that was a creative life. And so I've learned how to take art and commerce and combine them together to be an entrepreneur. As far as Normalife, which also is Normal Life, this is a new company I've just started. You see, I'm just beginning again. And part of my sort of goal and purpose for the rest of my life is to also talk about the power of aging. Women get aged out. At 20, I remember when I was 18, my mother said it's downhill from here on out. And I cried because I believed her. I wasn't a kid anymore, and oh my God, now what the hell is going to happen? And then at 30, you have another crisis, and it goes on. And so I'm writing a book about it, and I'm talking about it, but I want you to understand that the power of aging is magnificent. Thank you.
Norma, thank you. That's so inspiring. And now you know, with $98, you can make it. Thank you.